Hey, welcome to Coffee and Cards. I'm your favorite psychic medium, Heather Danielle. We're going to spend some time together doing some card readings. So say hi when you come on too, and then what happens is that spirit just kind of randomly, should I say randomly? Yeah, like they kind of just guide me towards like the name on the comment. Doesn't matter what the comment is, and when I see it, it's like okay, yes, the spirit draws me towards that energy and tells me a little bit and that kind of thing. And yes, I got 3 decks here. All right, I haven't used this deck yet. I'm not sure who here is into cats, but I feel like okay, we need to at least pull a couple cards from this cat deck. I can't even pronounce it. Grimalkin's Curious Cat Tarot. This was part of that Hay House subscription box. You guys, that like I'm not really big into subscriptions. That one is freaking worth it. So they sell out all the time. But if you go to Hay House, if you guys know Hay House, hayhouse.com, and then they have a subscription thing. But the thing is about the subscription is it's like quarterly, so it's only 4 times a year, and it's like $30, but you get a lot. Like I got an Oracle card journal, I got 2 or 3 Oracle card decks the last time. Like it is amazing. And you would think that I would be getting doubles of my cards. Nope. I just got one double because I had just bought the one that they did, but they let you know what's in it too. Earth magic, because I feel like we really, really need to like be grounded. We really need to be like focusing on nature, all that jazz. And I'm just obsessed with this deck. I love this deck so much. African Goddess Rising. I think it's because of the artwork on it, but even the messages, they're just, oh my God. So yes. I don't, isn't that cheap? I thought so too. And then good morning, everybody. Okay. And Melanie, you said that your daughter just bought a kitten home this week. I had a feeling too, because I had a feeling that when I was like, okay, somebody that just got a cat or a cat passed or something along those lines, like I had a feeling that's the reason why that I pulled it. Because I'm like, I'm not a cat person. I have another cat tarot deck and I never ever use it. So if you want to know what my favorite card decks are, then literally you just have to watch the like just the ones I always keep using are my favorite card decks. And the ones that don't, then, draw your own conclusion. Oh my gosh, I'm ground for all the crap coming on. Yes. And that's the thing too, is I'm not feeling 100%. I have like my vote, like I feel like I have a sore throat and everything coming on. And I have that mediumship event at noon. So I'm not sure if you guys are coming as part of the Coffee and Cards Club, but I'm doing mediumship, which is talking to the other side. But as I do it, I'm going to try and tell you how I'm getting the messages, like how they're communicating with me, how I'm getting that evidence. Because I think that it can really be helpful too if you're developing and you're interested, or if you are just wanting to maybe see how your past loved ones talk to you, because you can use the technique either way. It's just really quick before I get started. When you talk to your own past loved ones, it's a little bit different because remember, your imagination muscle is the one that you use to connect. And okay, sorry. So there's one they use to connect. And so what's really cool is I have no idea about your past loved one. So that I know it's not my imagination. I know that I can confirm it with someone else. But the thing is that if it's your own past loved one, you're just like, okay, am I just remembering? So yeah, that's a cool thing. Okay. Okay, cool, Tara. Yes, 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 yes. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Oh my gosh, I just recently found your podcast. And just so you know, I love you. Oh my God, I love you too. Okay, compliments work. No, okay. Maybe they do. I don't know. Because I'm not sure who said that because it's Facebook user. But look at this. The card came up for you is rain. It's purification. I love this. But as I'm like tuning in, like I'm like asking questions to spirit, and I'm like, wait a second. No, it's not about Reiki. It's not about healing. Okay, it's a little bit about the Reiki thing, just because I feel like some of your energy needs to be cleansed, but also the people around you. So definitely keep an eye on that. I think that's what they're talking about. And it's not even just getting rid of people around you, but I just feel like you need to be around better people, like people that are going to motivate you, people that are going to make you a better person. That's like really what I'm getting. And then also just cutting some ties to the seeds of the past. Watch, if this is freaking Jamie, I'm gonna be like, that's gonna be hilarious. But it's almost like don't keep on looking at the past, like the seeds that are there. It's like almost like the purifying thing for you is going to be cutting it and just like letting it go and then moving forward, because I feel like it's like a whole new kind of life that they are what is it called, like trying to subject you to. Yes. Okay. And then Steve, how you doing? Look at this rebirth. Oh my gosh, I love it. Spring equinox. And it's so funny that it talks about spring, even though I think that spring is kind of left. But I do feel like right now in the next like few months, they're showing me 4. So I'm not sure if that's something happened in April or if it's like in 4 months. I feel like maybe I think something about the month. Okay. But anyways, it's saying that to keep on going, that what you're going through is like challenging or whatever, but it's going to make you good on the other side, kind of, so to speak. It's almost like you're a butterfly in the cocoon, but you're going to keep on like going. One second. I still feel too that you don't listen to all of spirit's like advice, but they're like trying to work with you, not against you. This is yes. Yes. Okay. Let's see. One second. I'm doing another one for you, Steve, because I'm like, okay. I don't know if you like to call. Yeah, Steve. Okay. Steve or Steven. Oh, Allah grief. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why this came up, because when I connect with you, I don't think that you lost anybody. Let me know if you did, but that's what this card is implying. And I know, I understand like grief and stuff like that. That could be going ahead and letting go of like, what is it called? Like things that you loved and that kind of thing. And that's not how to be a person. But the thing is that I feel like that's what this card is saying. But then when I go to like psychically or whatever, connect to you, I don't feel that. Oh, is it his dog? Because that would make sense. That would make sense because I don't feel like it's a person. So yes. Did you lose your doggy? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that if you did. Oh, you did? Okay, I'm kind of confused right now, but it's okay. Nope, I haven't lost anyone. I did take a burnout at work. Could that be it? Okay, yeah, okay. Yes, yes. Well, let me tune in a little bit. All right, so no doggo. Okay, no doggo still around. Okay, that's good. Okay, like yeah, let's keep it that way. All right, it's so strange because I don't feel like it's new. Okay, so I don't feel like it is your burnout at work. There's the number 29. See what you associate with that. I associate my brother because I think he was born the 29th, or my great grandma was, or somebody was. So whatever that 29 is, but then I just really, really feel like I'm gonna pull another card and see what that is about. Okay. Ooh, speak up. I think it talks about healing grief in your past, things that have let go of, things that have, like what is it called? Quote, died, things that, you have maybe not have closure on. And that also might help with that rebirth thing to get you past some of these things so that you can get to where you really, truly want. I just feel like they're also saying that your focus is not where it needs to be almost. It could be like at work and just trying to make ends meet and just trying to make money and things like that, or whatever it is, those little things that we get caught up in. And they're almost like, they want you to like almost you're in a hallway and then it's like keep on trying to open the doors to see which door that freaking opens. And if it's being resistant and opening it, then don't freaking open it. It's not supposed to be open. So it's almost like if like your work situation or whatever, you keep on doing the same thing and it keeps on sucking, then you got to try a different way of work. Maybe entrepreneurship, creating your own business, your spiritual side of things. So it's like going ahead and looking in other ways, but also at the same time making sure, kind of like what the other message was, cutting ties with the past, getting like that closure too also might help open up some of those doors and windows. Attachment. No association with anyone that I can think of. Yes. Okay. That's fine. Let's see. My brother's name is Mike. So I don't know if there's a Mike in your life. Because yeah. So if it's not you, then maybe it's also me. Let's see. Oh my God. I was just showing John pics of a puppy and I'd love to have, and I cut as soon as you're live on. The first word I hear is dog. LOIC. I told John that we need to adopt a sweet puppy. I think that's a freaking yes. But Steve, I don't want to leave you hanging. So basically what it is in a nutshell is just kind of reflect and look back on some of like the grief of the closure of things that have ended that you might have like a sour taste in your mouth still. Try and heal that part. And then when it comes in terms of jobs and things like that, I would try to shift your focus on, okay, what other things can do that I can, really make me happy and things like that. And almost like try to find like that sweet spot or something that you could start like maybe even practicing on the side, even when you have your other job, and then going ahead and building upon that. Okay. One of my brother's names is Mike. Okay. So maybe there's that Mike situation. I don't know. You got to like look at him and see what's going on. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Kelsey. Oh my gosh. Kelsey lost her doggy. Oh. And so funny, the word like rage came up, and then the number 23, which I associate with my husband. But I just feel like, I don't feel like that actually, I don't feel like you have rage, but whatever. You know what? Let me see this. Let me do something. Let me actually look at the freaking thing on the book, because I'm like, you have to trust that the right card always comes up. So like, what is up with this? It's saying underneath, here we go. So it's saying that you are either, you might be angry or whatever like that, maybe that God took your dog and stuff like that, but underneath that there is hurt and you're heartbroken, and you can't stay silent, let your hopes, joys, and beauty, everything that you're feeling rage on, and then the goddess declaration for this is, I have a right to feel my feelings. And I freaking love that. Love that. Love that. And I will be honest, like I just have to tell you, especially like I've actually sat in on once when a dog got put down. And I was like, I wasn't as good of a medium as I am now. But I tell you what, as soon as the dog passed, he went up and to the left. I could feel like the surge of energy when he left. And when he left, like the surge of energy that I felt going up and to the left, I was like, oh my God. It was like such happiness. It was such relief. It felt like almost like this burst of energy was saying, dude, I have got to go because this feels so much better than it felt like being in that freaking body. And it was like happiness. And then I felt the dog was going to come back to his owner because it wasn't my dog. But it's like, hey, I gotta enjoy this for a minute. So like kind of hopefully maybe that makes you feel a little bit better. Like, hey, they're doing good. Like you don't have to worry so much. And then I don't like any of these. Okay, I don't like any of this. Just to let you know, self-sabotage is coming up and brazen is coming up. So here's the thing is like instead of using, you could use this time to heal. Definitely use this time to heal, but making sure that you don't use it as an excuse to keep on moving forward because sometimes that we do that. And here's the thing, and I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, but dogs, pets, they all pass when we have finally like learned a lesson or we're about to learn like a monumental lesson in our lives and we're about to have a major shift in our life because it's almost like sometimes they want to help you on the other side or sometimes they're like, okay, my work here is done because sometimes our pets are put into our life to go ahead and teach us something. And then once we learn that, they're like, okay, adios, like adios, I'm going to be, working on the other side. So Kelsey, I know that you're on to some shifts in your life and things like that. So maybe that's another reason why. She missed our boy dog who passed a year ago to the day. Oh my gosh. Yes. So I've decided to have another child and she had to leave for it to happen. There you go. Yes, 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 yes. That's what I'm getting. Oh my gosh, Kimberly is like having so many synchronicities. She was like my B day, 29 is my B day, 429. Oh my gosh. Mike is my baby daddy, talking to my best friend about a dog, and just before hopping on, etc. Oh my gosh. Yes. All right. Yeah, and I love, yeah, these are all resonating with my situation. This is amazing. Isn't that freaking cool? And that's what I'm going to show you tonight because the mediumship gallery reading, like a lot of times if you go, the medium is like, no, this is for this person. And then I used to like just go and watch and like write down notes. Like the medium was probably like, what is this crazy person doing? I would just write down a whole bunch of notes. And so, but I'm like, she thinks that that's that person. And it probably is. But I know that my grandma is like right behind that other grandma and like she's getting a word in edgewise. I think there's a filter on my Instagram. I think it makes me look really good, by the way. I don't look this good in real life. So, and on Facebook, I think if I do look good, it's the lighting. I don't know why I just needed to say that. Maybe it makes someone else feel better. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. Sorry. Just looking at Linda. Linda said, wow, that makes me so much sense. I had to help someone else out 24/7 after my sweetest girl passed. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think that this is for Tara. Okay. Which is harvest. And it's 43 Abonimba. I don't know what in the world that is, but let me actually get the book really quick because I want to see some of what I'm picking up has nothing to do with the word. And then I'm like, okay, am I intuitively picking up the artwork correctly? And I just want to see. Like I said, it's not one that I use a lot. It says, as living her spiritual healing mask. Together they embody the sacred feminine and abundance. So making sure that you're being open to receiving help, all that stuff. And I think you're doing good because it like harvest is talking about that you actually planted good seeds and things like that. And it says, give thanks, you are being blessed. It's harvest time. Pay attention. Even a great harvest is a season of epiphanies. So this is really talking about watching how and why things come into your life, why things are ending, because it's like the ending is like the vegetables like being fully grown, and then you're going to make new room for new vegetables. And then it says it's time to reap your blessings that you have sown. It's like saying that spirit is trying to bring good things in your life to make sure that you are open to them. And then it says your thoughts, your imagination, the blessing of you being here is another in this earth. That is a harvest. And I think that you're definitely grateful for everything and anything. Just making sure that you're always staying in that vibration. But it says we are always prospering. So no matter what, even when things are not going good and even when things are being really tough, and I think you got this, but it's like keep on staying in that because we have to get into that mentality that things are happening for us and not to us. Because when things are stopping and things aren't going, we are so focused on that because we think that that's what we need. But we don't know that behind the scenes that God, spirit, universe, whatever is trying to bring something else better into our life. So that's the thing that we gotta like be out for, because we're like stuck over here thinking that's what we want because we don't even realize that there's something better on the table. Yes. We had a loss and it's devastating to a lot of people, but it's complicated as well. Yes. And so with what I just said and how that relates to it too, it's like literally it's also trying to give you hope too, that almost like everything happens in this grand scheme of things. And so it's been coming up in a lot in readings and I hate freaking saying it. Okay. But it's almost like we will never understand. So the complex crap that we've been through, why we've been through it, why everything freaking happens for a reason. But the thing is, it has happened for a reason and we don't understand it now, but there is a giant cosmic energy that's at play. And so we just have to trust and keep on like trucking on. Because we can't get into the worry. We can't get worried. We can't get into that yucky energy because it's just going to bring more of that. And like, as soon as my mom passed away, I was like, dude, I was like, I cannot wait to go to the other side to figure out what the hell happened or why my Aunt Judy left freaking unexpectedly. Like, what the heck? There was no signs that my Aunt Judy was going to pass at all. And I think that's messed up because I'm really good at signs and I should have known about it. But for some reason, her soul said, no, I'm not going to give anybody a heads up. There's going to be no freaking signs. I'm being a lot to everyone at the same time, and I have a target on my back for my neighbor. It's just a lot going on. Yes. Oh my gosh, girl. And then it says, was a session a few days ago, and many others said the same thing around the new moon causing anxiety and weird emotions. Oh, there we go. Yes. Ooh. And then Kimberly, it says 36. It says emotions revealed. Okay. So I think that's really awesome because I feel like number one, what they're saying is some of the synchronicities that have been happening since we've been on coffee and cards today. Like that is like your like confirmation. But then also 36, that's like my favorite number besides 316, right? Because you can't always have 3-digit numbers. So it's talking about that connection. I feel like they're saying that you are very spiritually connected and to keep on going with it. Sorry, there's like a spammer. Yes. All right. So I'm not sure if that makes sense or not. Let me know if you need more clarity. Okay. I'm actually going to switch over cards. There's another. Yes. Melanie. Oh my God. Manifesting, just waiting. I know the universe has got everything. Yes. And look at this, Melanie. Rainbow came up. Did you say that you lost a dog or something soon or recently or something like that? Because rainbows, you know, they talk about the rainbow bridge, and that's like the animal bridge that crosses like this world and the next world. And then it literally says like blessings. So I feel like they're saying that blessings and good things are coming into your life. But for some reason, I feel like that rainbow is very symbolic as well. So I would watch out for rainbows if I were you, not just like literally when they rainbows, but also like rainbows in like pictures and things like that, because that could be like a sign from them. OMG, it's so funny. Moni, are you on both? Because it was so funny. I already pulled you a card and I had it sitting here. And then I was like, man, I really need to like give a reading to somebody on Instagram. And then I seen you here. Okay, yeah. So I feel like that rainbow first for you, Melanie, is that you definitely watch out for that. Also, my dog told you a rainbow is his sign for me. There you go. Yes. Because I feel like there's like some piggybacking. There's some of that common things like you and Melanie Kelsey are together. Let's see. And then Moni, number one, the number that comes up with this card is a number 22, which is all about coming together. But this is literally, this card says, I'm not sure if you can see, it says resistance. Okay, resistance. So there's some kind of resistance here. And I'm going to actually look in the book and see like what it is. Okay, it says you are scared that you are going, wow, this is so good. Wow. It's very rare when you get direct freaking like answer in some of these books. It's very ambiguous sometimes. Sometimes it's like, oh, and thou, beloved gal, shall, you know, it's like all crappy like that. This is literally, here you go, Moni, listen up. You are scared that you're going to mess it all up. You may have stumbled, but this is a new day. Learn to show up for yourself. But I love that you are scared you're going to mess it all up. Like you're going to make the wrong choice, that you're not in the right path or whatever it is. Like, you know, you're scared maybe to leave one opportunity for a new opportunity. It says you ghost your own dreams and resist your own magic. Stop holding back, worrying, and pretending to seek perfection that will never come. When it comes to you stepping into your greatness, resistance keeps you stuck. Resistance blocks growth, creativity, and evolution. Resistance may look like procrastination, laziness, disorganization, excuses, or lack of motivation, but there are deeper forces at play. You are resisting the force. You really are. This is me. I show up. So yeah, and you have 22 tattooed on you. I did not know that. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh yeah, freaking love that. But yeah, this, I feel like what this is saying is this is going, so will a new job opportunity come up for you? The thing is, I don't feel like it's going to like land in your lap. Okay. So I feel like you're going to have to do a little bit of like, what is it called? Uh, like looking into things, those kinds of things. But I feel like you need to think a little bit bigger. You know, and I'm not sure we talked about this before, but some kind of, you know, I don't even want to say management. What is that called? What is that called when you franchise or something, you know, something more on the business partnership, something that's a little bit more this. You are very good at what you do on a day-to-day basis, but it's almost like they want you to think bigger, think better, you know, those kinds of things. And then I feel like it's almost like they want you to explore things that you won't even realize are opportunities for you, that you don't even think like freaking exist, you know, those kinds of things. And then I feel like it's going to be a coming together, but it's almost like it's a journey of yourself to figure out, okay, like what I do want, that kind of stuff. This has been coming up a lot lately too. I feel like a lot of us are in like almost like that same boat of trying to figure out what it is that we really want, because we need to figure out who we really are and what we will and will not settle for, like all that kind of jazz. But a lot of times we don't realize that there are jobs out there that we could have that align with that. But I can't just tell you what it is, because number one, they're not giving it to me. But number two, it's your own journey to figure it out. I know that part sucks, but at least you know what's holding you back. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Yes, yes. Ooh, I don't know why, but I'm drawn to Karen. Ah! Karen! What is going on with you, girlfriend? Oh my dear word. I said I'm drawn to Karen and the cards fly out of the deck. So you know what that means. Like, obviously you're supposed to pick the card that lands, but now since there's like a whole freaking deck that really talks about that spirit's with you. The spirit's been trying to give you, like, get you some information. The spirit's been like, okay, I'm sending you signs, things like that, and you're just not getting it. And so that's why all the cards just fell out of the deck. So I have a couple of cards for you. So what I would do if you, Karen, number one, I know that you're probably seeing those repeating numbers. Okay, if you see those repeating numbers, you got to talk back to them, be like, okay, what do you want me to do? Like, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't see the repeating numbers all the time. But if I did, it would drive me freaking crazy, because I would be like, okay, why do you keep on showing me these freaking numbers? Okay, but what we do is we go ahead and we go online, and then we're like, oh, this is what it means. No, ask the freaking number, because the number might be different for you, because you might have a bias in the number. The number might mean something different. So that's why we got to ask the number, and then we got to like intuitively feel what comes up. And it might not come up for another day or two. Just saying. Okay, so here we go. Surrender number 44 for Karen. I told you, you probably are seeing those 444s, those 111s, and all those kinds of things. Okay. So look, it says surrender. So it's like whatever is leaving your life, you have to allow to leave it. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is the number 5, which is all about change. And it freaking says radical rebirth. Like, this is funny because I feel like they're really trying to give you like that life makeover. They're really trying to give you like a 180 thing. I feel like they want to bring so many good things into your life, but you are being resistant to it. So it's like almost like, okay, just stop what you're doing, and then write down a list of what you truly want, like what you would like a different job, better friends, more experiences, those kinds of things. Yeah, so the number 24 keeps on coming up, but you don't have any relation to the number 24? Yes. I get. Oh, okay. And then I love Tara. Tara's like, when I kept seeing them, I asked and then say my birth date. Like, and then you start seeing your birthday afterwards. When you see your birthday, it's all about usually having to come back to yourself, to be true to yourself. Yes. Okay. Oh, that's a half a deck pickup spread. Close cousin to the 52 pickup. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Let me give you another one too for you, Karen. Okay. And look at this. It's naked, and it's number 30. So that's my birthday. So that means that you have to be close to me, of course. Okay. And I'm going to read this to you to help you give a little bit more perspective. And it says, hide no more. The emotional weakness you avoid is your superpower, not your shame. Being emotionally naked means about being vulnerable enough for the real you to shine through. Vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. Practice being transparent. Start with the people closest to you. Say, I haven't been showing up as a whole me, but I'm starting today. Have the courage to feel and express your feelings without people pleasing. Speak your truth, share your story, cultivate an appreciation for vulnerability in others. Become comfortable with feeling the uncomfortable and making others feel uncomfortable. Yes. Oh, we're purchasing a home in Florida. The number is 24. Freaking love it. And I think that's a great part of your starting your life makeover. So literally when you start going there, when you move into that house in Florida, when you do that kind of thing, like I would make sure that I'm not doing like all the same things that I used to do. Like I would change up a whole bunch of stuff so that brings in new energy, new experiences and all that kind of jazz. And then just kind of like what this card says, I would be 1000% unapologetically to you. So don't dim your light because other people can't buy a house in Florida or whatever. And don't dim your light because like they might have something to say about it or because it might not be up to their standards or whatever it is, like Akuna Matata, that stuff, but making sure that you're speaking up, you're speaking your truth. Yes, yes. And you always see 222. 222 is usually about, coming together. But 222 also is like, is it February 22nd? Or is it February? Is it that kind of thing? Yes. Oh my gosh, Trista, I hate to hear that your life has been rough lately. Oh my gosh. So first thing too, Trista, like it's so funny. You guys know you don't need cards, right? You don't actually need cards. You could just like, even when I do my readings, I don't really use cards that much. They're just kind of fun thing at the side. And they what is it called? They uh, validate and that kind of thing. Trista, your freaking empath, like your empath energy is freaking off the hook. Like I can feel it without even freaking trying. Okay. So first off, you know that you're an empath, but, and I understand too, because I don't have time to do a lot of that crap either. Okay. That they say to do for self-care. And especially if you're an empath, you're supposed to indulge into more self-care, all right, more than a regular person. I can't do that. I don't got time for that. I don't have time for more bubble baths. I don't have freaking time to like spend in the bathroom and taking care of my body. Like I don't have that. But shielding is one of the most best ways for you to start practicing your energetic boundaries, and so that you don't have like so much like drained energy and that you're not taking on the energy of others, because that can actually get you sick. Okay, so yes. So what you have to do is you have to like go ahead, do that shield. You don't have to do it every freaking single day. It's not like you have to be like, oh, I forgot the shield this morning. No, freaking shield as it's freaking happening. As you are, paying attention to somebody and you are starting to feel emotions, then I want you to block it out. I want you to play around with it too. Like you can do all this stuff and it doesn't take any more extra time. When you're walking into Walmart or wherever it is in the store that you're walking into, practice shielding your energy and unshielding it. See if you can notice like even a subtle difference. The more you practice, the more that you're going to notice that subtle difference, and then going ahead and even being like when you're standing in line, tuning in the energy of the person's behind you. Because what you're going to do is you're going to start to understand how the energy works. And so then you're going to notice later on when people's energy, when you're absorbing other people's energy, when it's souping into like your aura. Okay. So anyways, so yes, feeling the emotions, everything else. Yes. And Trista, I know that you have other things going on in your life. Honestly, it feels like you have a lot of shit going on in your life, to be honest. But they're saying that this is like the most important piece, because then you're going to, number one, feel a lot better. You're not going to feel as drained. You're not going to feel so tired. You're not going to feel so overwhelmed. You're not going to feel so stressed. Okay. That's the number one thing that they're saying. And then you're going to be able to make those better decisions because you're not going to feel a lot of this chaotic energy. You're still going to feel your own feelings, but at least that's cool. Like that's how I feel about the situation. That's cool. And we can deal with a lot of that. Anxiety to me is a lot of to do with empaths who are absorbing other people's energies, and they're just getting all crazy because it's like they don't know where all these emotions come from, because it's not coming from them, it's coming from other people. And so you're not going to have that as bad, and then you're going to be able to like be a little bit more unbiased. You're going to be a little bit more what's it called, subjective or whatever, and you're going to be able to see it a little bit more clearly on exactly what steps to take. But right now it's almost like I feel the staircase, and the staircase is all like it's like, how the fuck do I get up the staircase? And it's like, yeah. So that's going to be your first step. So it's going to be number one, the shielding, the grounding, and the centering if you can. So the shielding, you imagine a freaking shield over you. Remember, the more energy you put into it, the better. Sometimes I feel like I shouldn't have to shield myself. Okay. I got freaking good energy, so I shouldn't have to do that. So sometimes I just put them in a plexiglass box. I was like, I don't like your energy. You're going in an imaginary box. Like you don't even know that you're going in an imaginary box, but I'm putting you in one because your energy needs to stay over there. That's what I say. So that's number one. Number two is grounding. All right. Because what ends up happening, especially with empaths, we're very, very connected to source. So you need to like balance those chakras and get yourself down. Wear a grounding bracelet if you want. Just pretend that your feet are growing into the ground and that kind of thing, like their roots. All right. Trying to like be more into like the lower chakras. And then the 3 is centering, which is just bringing your energy back into yourself. And you can just imagine a light there if you want. You can imagine your aura coming in, because a lot of us, sorry, I feel like I need to tell, I need to tell someone this. If you're an empath and you've had trauma, okay, a lot of times you take your aura and you push it out because you are trying to scan for the unknown. It's a trauma response. But what happens is when your aura is pushed out so much, what happens is that it's very tiring. It's very taxing. Because just imagine how many more people are inside of your aura too, especially when you go into the store. If your aura is bigger, the bigger it is, the more people that can get into it. And so we have to like even set the intention to come back. And we literally can just do that with intention. So that's what you do. That's how you ask your aura to come back, is literally say, okay, I'm setting the intention that my aura is coming back in. Usually your aura, it'd be like arms width. And then yeah, shielding, I just showed you. Yep, just going ahead and just imagining that shield. You can imagine like you're like the good witch from the Wizard of Oz. And then you can make it a color if you want, whatever you want. I just pretend it's all like plexiglass. That's what I do, plexiglass. Yes, the last 3 years have been trauma after another to my family. Yes, Trista, like I am right here. I'm right here with you, right? I'm right there. Like, think about it. Lost my mom, lost my aunt, lost my other aunt, lost my mom's boyfriend, losing everybody. Like, it sucks. But the thing is that there's ways to look at it. And I know it sounds weird, but now it's like, man, I have more cheerleaders on the other side now. I have more excuses not to live the best life I ever have. It's almost like having a safety net. And then it's also about being the light to my family, because now they're not so scared. They're not becoming as scared of death. Like, I just lost one of my best friends. Okay. And that was tough and that sucked. And then I remember her like writing me in hospice, and she said, man, I'm going to miss you, girl. I'm going to miss you. I cannot wait to talk to you on the other side. But because I was in her life and I taught her about death and how it's not what it is, I think that helped her transition a little bit more smoothly and for her not to be as scared. So even though it's a tragedy, it's actually kind of, I helped her, and I'm so happy that she was part of my life. Yes. And by the way, there's some really good techniques too, inside of the Facebook comments too, about shielding. So going ahead and, reading those might be helpful too. And I'm going to read one too. Okay. So we're going to do pick a card now. So choose A, B, or C. And I'm going to read some of the shielding techniques that other people use. So, choose A, B, or C, and then I'll talk you through it here in a second if you can. But it says, like Steve's like, I envision a white light surrounding me like a bubble. Yes. I then ask Archangel Michael to shield me from something from my highest good. Wait, to shield you from things that are not of your highest good. I also say something along the lines of, I do not consent to have anything attaching to me or draining my energy. Bam. Perfect. Freaking love it. Yes. You can definitely add more prayers, all that kind of thing, however you want to do it. Yes. Sometimes I literally talk to my angels and talk to the intention like myself. Cause I'll be like, dude, I do not want any of their like freaking energy into mine. Like, that's BS. Like, no, however you want to do it. But I love putting more intention in, more words. Okay. So, oh, sorry. That was a spammer that I was trying to, I am not going to contact you after this. I am going to go probably have breakfast or something. So if you get friends requests from me, if you get all that, like, not me on Instagram, I had the blue check mark now. Okay. I did that so that you would know it's me. I usually don't reach out to you. Usually I don't. And I will never reach out to you for a reading. If I reach out to you, it's going to be like, hey, how you doing? Okay. And now they hear me. The freaking scammers hear me. And then they understand my voice and they try to act better. They try to act different. But anyways. All right. So A, B, or C. Maybe it sounds like I'm saying one of them bigger than the other or louder than the other. I see an O. I'm like, is that supposed to be a C? And they're like, no, I see an O. That's weird. All right. But you're going to pay attention to whatever you see in your mind's eye. Maybe you're going to feel the energy, feel A, feel B, feel C. I don't feel like a whole bunch, to be honest. And this is what I'm going to do. And maybe you can do this too. Like today, I don't feel A, B, or C. If I do, maybe a tiny bit of B. But what I really feel is that Spirit is saying to me, I will know the message when it comes up for me. That's what I'm getting. But yeah, A, B, or C, C, B, or A. Okay. And you can even ask for a specific topic if you want. You can be like, okay, hey, for career, A, B, or C. For life, A, B, or C. See if they'll give you some of that. Sometimes they do. Oh my God. See. So many scammers. Okay. Do you want to know how that I got a following? Like how I got all of you guys? How we became to be? I had to work hard. And I had to go into Facebook groups and I had to like create a conversation with every single one of you forever. Okay. And then being like, hey, like my page, come over and let's hang out over here. I had to go and get you guys like one by one. Just imagine us like in a big giant gym. And then I'm like, hey, look, I'm doing something cool over here. And then that's what I had to keep on doing. And these scammers are trying to like do it in a scammy, weird way. Or like at the the meetup group that I used to do in person. I'm sorry I don't do the in person stuff anymore, but it's just that it's like I'm like all the peeps that can't come in person. Like I miss them when I'm in person. Like Tara can't be here in person, neither can Meg and Jody. Like those are ones that are like, there's some people that I'm like, I can't do it anymore. I feel like I'm cheating. Maybe you should add an O card. Yeah. Okay. And it's so funny too, because I feel like it might be C. But anyways, are you guys ready? Oh, hey, Sugar Detached. Oh, hi, Renee. Heather doesn't it also help to wear a crystal to help you pick shield? Yes, 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 yes. Put one in my pocket. Crystals are freaking awesome at shielding. And so like, I love clear quartz sometimes because clear quartz really just absorbs that negative energy sometimes. Like, so instead of it going into your body, that crystal will protect you. You can wear it in your bra, put it in your pocket. Okay. Going ahead. And also like so that's quartz. Rose quartz also helps, warn off like negative energy. And I don't mean like demons. Okay. I'm freaking talking about, well, maybe it can do demons, but we don't have to really worry about that. Okay. We have to worry about like narcissists. We have to worry about energy vampires. That's the kind of shit that we're dealing with nowadays. Not like the demon. That's freaking movies. Okay. That's movies. Okay. All right. Here we go. A. Okay. Oh, I found you via Meetup. See? Yeah, they were really cool. I know we need to. Oh, well, we're having an in-person meetup in Florida. So if you guys are in Florida for the Coffee and Cards Club, we're doing the camp Casa. I always pronounce it wrong, and I think it's really easy to say Camp Casadega, which is a spiritualist camp, and we're doing that in August too. So finalizing the date now, but they have a lot going on. So okay, so we have two. Ooh, okay. So this is card A. Which one am I supposed to do? Okay, I'm supposed to do this one first. Lightning, which is power. And I'm actually am I going to do that? I am. I am going to read out of the book for this one. Let's see. Okay. So if you chose card A, it says we see power all around us. And it's in the mountains, the meadows, and clouds. In fact, in every expression of nature, yet there isn't a more dramatic display of nature's power than lightning. It electrifies and splits the atmosphere such that when the heated air comes rushing together, thunder, the applause of the gods. We hear thunder, the applause of the gods. Okay. I don't even like what it says. The power is available to you. The force of life itself, it's neutral. It is neither inherently good or bad. It is how you utilize it that will determine whether it will be ultimately harmful or life of giving. What is required is awareness of your intention, your values, and your willingness to act upon them under the particular circumstances of your inquiry. OMG, WTF. What this is freaking saying is that you have the power. Period. Whether you want to believe it or not, you freaking have the power. So are you using that power for good or bad? Are you using that power to manifest good things into your life? Or are you using that power to stay either like as a victim into those lower vibrating things? Because you have the power to get out of it, but you also have the power to drag yourself down. So this is talking about being intentional with what you do with your power. And this is like 1000%. So it's like you can keep on thinking to yourself that I'm not good enough, and all these other things. But like, how is that freaking serving you? What if you just like changed it up a little bit and be like, I am powerful AF, even if you don't believe it, even if it's like inside, even if it's inside, you're like, yeah. But then on the outside, you're just like, just start to believe it a little bit, because this is saying that you are creating your reality, whether you want to believe it or not. That honestly, I oh my gosh, I feel like a lot of like emotion coming up from like spirit to you, because I feel like they're trying to slap you in the head if you chose card A, because they're like, hey, no, you stop it. You stop getting inside of your own head. Okay. You can freaking make choices that will freaking change everything around. They're like, it is coming now. And it's like they're trying to push you. It's almost like you are the child, and spirit has been trying to like help you put your darn shoe on for freaking years. And you're just like, you keep on thinking like, no, let's use different shoes. And then you're just like running around and they're like, no, like stop it. And we're going to freaking come up with a game plan, because this is going to be the best life you've ever lived. You are going to start living in a freaking amazing life right now. And the number one thing that you can do right now is realize that you are powerful AF, whether you want to believe it or not. And it's like microphone drop. Okay. And then this is still card A. All right. It's number 5, which is about change. And it's freaking saying radical rebirth. Okay. This is talking about they're trying to do, like we kind of talked about a little bit, is that like life makeover, a lot of those changes, letting you know that you are going through this. Okay. And it says, yes, you can. Stop the struggle. Wow, this is really crazy how this is coming together. You can choose at any moment to start over and be reborn. Like the sun, you rise and rise again. Holy, okay, you guys, remember, I didn't know which card was for me. And then all of a sudden it said like the sun. And the sun, there's so many connections to me in the sun, but I love the sun card and the tarot and stuff. And I got emotional. So now I know that's me. Because here's the thing, is that right now you literally have the power to quit everything, sell all of your stuff, go backpacking around Europe, or backpacking around the freaking US, right? You have all that power, but it's like you have been conditioned to think that you don't have that power, that you are limited when you are not limited. You do have options. It's just that some of your limiting beliefs are stopping you from doing that. There has been plenty of people who have quit their job and they just started freaking over, whatever it is. Like sometimes I have visions, I'm not sure if you do too, but I'm like, man, you know what? I'm going to save up all my money, get a trip to freaking Hawaii. And then you know what? I'm just going to work a bare minimum, minimum wage job, because I won't even care, because I'm going to be surrounded by such beauty. Like I don't even need money to go out and to have fun and things like that, because I'm going to be surrounded in freaking beautiful Hawaii. The truth is that is an option. Even if right now you're like, no, I'm broke and I have no money and blah, 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 blah. Those are literally freaking excuses, because you can get some money somehow, whether it's going to be through your disability check, whether it's going to be through your taxes coming back, whether it's going to be through Uber driving, freaking, I don't even know, raking leaves, whatever it is. And then you can save up that money to get a flight to wherever you want. Do you see what I mean? So it's like Spirit is saying, instead of figuring out how not, and why not, it's like, okay, how can we make this happen? Because I feel like they want you to transform your life. And it's almost like you got the power. You got the power. You can do it. Instead of looking at reasons and excuses and why not, they're saying the reasons that you can. Sell coconuts on the beach. Yes, I had one guy, he would grow watermelon, and then he would put watermelon on the back of his truck, and then he would sell like the watermelons. And it's like, I'm applying this to feeling worthy of meeting someone new in my life. I never believe I'm going to. Maybe I will. Yes. And so then it's almost like when you apply it to that, it's like, okay, try and figure out how. So it's a giving Spirit, opportunities to bring that person into your life. So maybe it's going to be taking up a new hobby. I don't know why, but like a bowling league, going ahead and taking those daily walks like you're supposed to. Maybe you'll meet somebody on there. Maybe it's going to be kayaking or whatever it is. And it's like, I think about meeting my husband, and it's like, yeah, we could have met in a variety of different ways. And I almost didn't go out with him. Okay, so as to say, I chose one moment, there's just someone I have to block. Okay, I chose and I've decided to take a completely different path. I have felt that I have gotten my power back from things in the past. Yes, yes, yes. And now I feel like a different person. Yes, and I figured out what I meant to do. Oh my freaking God. Okay, first off, like, can we have some more 411? Because I know a lot of people are still confused with that. And they're like, how the hell do you figure out what you need to do? But you've actually figured it out. So any tips and tricks, let us know. All right, so B. And I feel like I want to take a message from every single one of these cards now. Now I'm like really excited. Maybe one of them didn't stand out to me because I meant to have all of them. So think about that if that's for you. Okay, so we're going to start with this card. Ooh, lotus flower, and it's unfoldment. Number one thing that's coming up here is like more things are going to be revealed to you as you keep on going. So this is literally talking about if you have a decision to make and you made card B, it's literally saying right now that there is more information. So hold off, just wait sorry, hold off, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. That song was coming up. So hold off, wait a minute. All right. I feel like there's more things that's going to be unfolded to you. And I also feel like a need not to worry either, because it's like what other choices, decisions, blah, 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 that you're going through, more information is going to be revealed. Okay. So it's almost like Hakuna Matata a little bit. Okay. And then it says your spiritual unfoldment is occurring at all times, whether you are aware of it or not. It is inevitable as long as you put your trust in the hands of the creator, the one who holds the light. Like the lotus, your soul is always reaching for the light to fulfill its karmic destiny. But even in that process, there are periods of darkness and times to rest. It is a natural cycle, one that cannot be coerced or halted. It has the innate rhythm of its own, one that is unique to the being that is you. You do not need to strive or to be driven by spiritual ambition. It does no good to try to force growth upon yourself or others for that matter. Allowing is key here. Allow the space that naturally wants you to follow the light or something like that. Your steady faith and love will guide you on the journey of returning to the light. Freaking love this. It's literally saying don't put too much pressure on yourself too, even like in your spiritual development and all that kinds of stuff. Don't put too much, honestly, stress in your life period, because you are freaking human. Okay. You were meant to like make mistakes and stuff like that. I don't know where in the world. Oh, religion. Yeah, religion expects you to be perfect because of like the commandments. Don't do this, don't do that. And it's fine if you're religious, totally fine. But my thing is like you're trying to tell people like, hey, your innate natures as a human, if you do those, then you're going to go to hell and burn. And it's just kind of like, come on, like, so allow yourself to make mistakes. If you are religious, then know that you can be forgiven or whatever, if you believe in that. So it's like, it's okay. All right. And then I feel like this card is going to give you a little bit more, what is it called? Perspective. All right, 9, and it's manifestation. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I freaking love this. And it says showers of blessings are yours. You are a rainmaker, master manifester, shapeshifter, alchemist, and sorceress. Open your hands and heart. Make it rain. You are manifesting big. This has been a long time coming. You are co-creating with spirit. Match the energetic frequencies of your desire. You are magnetic, and like attracts like. Raise your vibration to align with the sacred. Close your eyes and see your blessings. Feel them in your bones. Ask, believe, act, allow, receive. Divine blessings flow to me so easily. Okay, especially the card B people, but anybody can do this. And it's a number 9, just so you know. I just want you to just take a moment. I feel like I need to do this with you because then you might not do it. And in your mind's eye, okay, that's so cool. I want you to picture something in your mind's eye that you want, that you would like. It might not even be an object. It might be a person, and it might be a feeling. So I tell you what, the first thing that came up to me was the Eiffel Tower before I even did it. I was like, oh my gosh, do I really want to go to Paris? Because I was looking at people's Instagram accounts that are in Paris right now. And I'm like, do I really want to go? But apparently I do, because it's the first thing that I've seen. And then I want you to feel the feeling that you finally have it. Like I'm finally in Paris, or you are finally with that person you want to be, that you finally feel good, however it is. And I want you to feel it. And where does that feel? I feel it in my heart. And I honestly feel, I forgot my mom loved Paris. She never went. So maybe if I go to Paris, I'll feel closer to her, and I kind of feel it, and I feel like emotional. But I feel happy about it though. I feel happy. I feel like accomplished. I feel like I'm having a good time. So how do you feel? Because that's what you're really chasing, is that feeling, not the actual thing, is the feeling. And then Spirit's saying, hey, I'm trying to bring this into you, but maybe you're not noticing it because you're not taking that moment to like be like, yes, intentional. Okay. Yes, I love this. Number 9, it can mean September. It could also mean the endings and making way for new beginnings. And so I don't know why, but I feel guided to say whoever chose card B, I also really feel that they're trying to say work smarter, not harder, like all those kinds of things, just almost like allowing more. So more in your feminine energy is really, 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 really big. And to really take that saying home, where it's happening for you, not to you, even though you may not understand. I literally know what it's like to lose people, all that kinds of stuff, and it's freaking crazy. But I always just keep that perspective, like, hey, they're seeing something down the line that I didn't see. All right, so now card C, and if you are just now hopping on, then card C must be your message. And it says, I'm applying this to feeling. Oh yeah, okay. Yep. Okay, perfect. Okay. I just want to make sure that I read yours. Okay. So now we are on card C, movement. And it's the river card. Okay. So first thing first, it's talking about that. I feel like movement's already happening. Oh, and here's another thing too, like Esther Hicks. What it is what you want is in a vortex, like on a river. And then basically how you get to what you want, which is the vortex, it's like you're already going down that river and so like going with the flow and going up the bumps and the downs and things like that of life. And it's going to get you there. But sometimes what we do is we get scared, we get apprehensive, we start controlling things. And then before we know, we're swimming upstream. And when you swim upstream, there's more chaos, there's more challenges, there's more whatever. Have you ever been in a relationship where all the signs were there and you guys should have broken up, but you guys kept on getting back together and things like that, and then it just was not working out and you're trying to make it work and it wasn't working because it wasn't meant to be. But then again, you didn't want to have that heartache, you didn't want to have that heartbreak. But the thing is, it wasn't meant to be, and you should have changed your freaking canoe around, but instead you're trying to swim upstream. Yes. Okay. Oh, and by the way, Josie, you're like, I need movement. And it's like, yes, but the best way to create movement is to start moving. And so it's like, well, no, I don't want to really move houses, but it's like, no, moving the freaking energy into the area of your life that you want to have more energy or you want something different. So if it's going to be finding somebody, it's like, okay, you got to put some energy into that. Like, what are you doing? You got to change it up. Maybe it is talking about going online. Maybe it's going to be about getting more opportunities in person. Maybe it's going to be doing like a makeover or whatever to make yourself feel better. Maybe it's going to be more intentional. Same thing about a job, same thing about whatever. Going ahead, you got to put different energy into it. And the different energy is going to be looking online, taking those first steps, making some phone calls, asking some friends, right? Same thing with movement of a house. Going ahead, moving, getting some of your crap out of here, acting like you're already moving, trying to visualize what it would look like. And so it says, fighting or blocking the flow of your life life force can lead you to feeling spiritually void and disconnected from source. Just like the metaphor of the river, it does not work to force or fight the compelling movement. When you simply pay attention and observe the flow, it becomes easier to navigate your experiences and see what lies ahead, or at least get a sense of what is to come by the ever-changing geography that unfolds as you cruise along. Bam. Like, this is literally just saying what I was talking about with the Esther Hicks kind of situation. So if you chose card C, when it flows, you're doing good. All right. When you're having a lot of challenges, something has to happen. If you've been wanting something and it hasn't been happening and things like that, you got to change up the energy. Okay. And if you're confused and you don't know, I freaking ask Spirit. I'd be like, dude, you tell me what it is. Ooh, okay. I love this. It is number 34. This is also for card C, and it says truth. And now here's the funny thing is, I'll be honest, as soon as I pick this up, it's like, I don't feel like you're being truthful if you chose card C with what you truly want, because you might feel bad for wanting what you want. You might feel that if you want something, then, it scares you a little bit. Maybe it means that you're going to have to open up to a different part of yourself, like you don't know how to get what you want or something along those lines. But here's the thing about what you want is that you can only change you. You can't change other people. And it's really funny because by changing yourself, you'll change other people. It's really crazy how that works. All right, I think I told you number 34. Get real. What is your truth? Truth telling matters. Being able to hear the truth matters just as much. Tell the person, each person has their own version. Speak your words. Words have impact. Remember that we all have triggers. Think before you speak and listen with compassion. Be gentle and stay calm in truth-telling conversations. Goddess declaration is the truth is my friend. Yes. Some of like been lying to yourself. Maybe you truly aren't happy, or maybe you are really happy. So I know it sounds kind of funny, but it's like you have to like think about it, look around, that kind of thing. So I'm not sure what the 34 means. It could be March, April. It could mean also July, 3 to 4 weeks, those kinds of things. But it's really talking about you really need to reflect, and there's some honesty that needs to happen. And it's like, can you not trust that person anymore? Can you not forgive them? And that's okay. Like, you have to be okay with being who you are. Believe me, have you ever had a friend ask you freaking for advice? And then all of a sudden, like, they don't take it, but you just think to yourself, you're like, I would never make that decision. Like, that is freaking crazy. Like, I would never do that. And that's okay if somebody thinks the same way about you. It's okay if they're like, man, Heather is just, ugh. Well, thank God you don't have to be me, right? because at least you are going to make the decision and you're going to make the mistake on your own accord, because at least you freaking listen to yourself and you effed up. But it's like, yeah, you have to be honest with yourself. And for some reason, it's like, I really feel like you need to make your own decisions. You can go ahead and get advice from other people just to have like a little sounding board, that kind of thing. But other than that, I feel like they're saying, hey, you need to be honest with yourself. And then all of a suddenly, it's like, I feel like this emotion. Like, so I feel like maybe even I'm suppressing something and now it's starting to come out a little bit. It's like, okay, nope, Heather, there is stuff. So how do you figure out what it is? Because like right now I'm a little confused. I'm like, I don't know what it is. Journal, meditation, going for a walk with like headphones on, with nothing on in them, or with like a meditation music as you just walk, and then nothing else but music, and then see where your thoughts lead you. Okay. I pick C and hit nail on the head. Yes. Or 7, because 34, 3 plus 4 is 7. In the spiritual community, everybody talks about going with the flow. Sometimes we need to get the hell out of the river and plant your own feet in the ground. Yes, I freaking love that. Get the flow. We got to get out of the flow. We got to get out of the flow. Yes. Hey, do that. Freaking take a break, being like, you know what? Like, that's what I've been wanting, to be honest with you. Like exactly what you just said right there. It's like, I just need a day to stop. I just need the time to stop and stand still. And then I need to recuperate. But time's not standing still. But here's the thing, is that spirit can expand and contract time too. So you might actually have more time than you realize it. Oh my God. Yes. Clearing out the clutter has been popping up for me. You just said it. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, girlfriends and boyfriends. I'm going to get going now. Let me see. Okay. It's at noon today, in the Coffee and Cards Club. So just let me know, like, how about this? Just let me know if you're interested in the Coffee and Cards Club, if you're not there, but it's going to be like the mediumship walkthrough too. So I'll show you how I do it as I do it. And then, yeah, well, let's have some fun. So just reach out or say a comment, and that's it. It's going to be in the Coffee and Cards live room. Okay. So we have our own little live room. So you don't have to worry about Zoom. You'll just get the link, and then you can, hit meetups and then live room. And there we go. All right. I love you guys so much. And I will talk to you guys soon. Okay. I'll see you guys at noon. So like 2 hours. So take a little break, get something to eat, and then I'll see you back in the live room. All right.